Hey, happy Wednesday. Happy
Hi.
Wednesday.
Did you ever notice how long that guitar player holds that note at the end there? It makes me kind of think like he's got a little Angus Young in him there a little bit, Hold
Maybe.
that.
A little bit. A little
What's
bit.
going on? The things that
Not,
go through my brain.
not much, guys. I sadly missed last week because I was a bit under the weather, but I'm here now. I'm good.
Yep.
Right?
We don't know
I'm
about
glad
the
you're
good
feeling
part.
better.
Yeah.
Feeling better, yes. Being good, different story.
Yeah,
Nice
that's
try.
Yeah.
not Johnny.
As good as Donnie can get anyway.
So he's back. He's back and he's fully recovered from the conference. And now we're
Yes.
ready to rock and roll.
Yes.
Which,
Not like-
since y'all were out there being my extension of my arms out there and loving on everybody that was out there. So, how much fun did y'all actually have? And I mean that just straight out, honest to God fun.
I did. I want to say I had a lot of fun.
Huh?
But it was more interacting with everybody that was there. I had a great time. Like I said, the ghost hunt I think was my favorite part.
Oh yeah.
Because I just, I enjoyed every inch of that, because you know how I
Oh, I
am.
bet. Yeah.
I'm not your social gal. I would rather absolutely be in an abandoned building somewhere.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but when you're in the social setting, the butterfly comes out. I will tell everybody. I've seen it happen. I know it happens.
It did. And we talked a little bit about it. Yes, I did sing karaoke. Yes, I did it completely sober. Yes, I did all of that. And there's a reason for that, is because they always say I never participate. I never participate. So I said, you know what? This time I'm going to participate.
I did not ever hear you not participating in any of the other ones we've ever been around each other on. So I can't
I'm
tell
usually
you
the
that.
one sitting behind the table being sarcastic. That's my
Wait a second.
participation.
Oh.
Time out. Hold up. Do I need to bring up Dogman Conference first
Mr.
of all?
Sarcasm.
Because I'm telling you right now, I was sitting there every time I look over at the blonde's table, she is out hawking a book for somebody else. She's all over the place.
Yeah, but see, that's fun too. That's fun too.
It's the social butterfly aspect.
Yeah, exactly. Interacting with people. Absolutely.
100%.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that part of it. Absolutely.
That's what I figured everybody's going to have the most fun with, just finally meeting people that you see on here all the time.
Yeah, it was cool meeting people.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. And we've talked about this, nonstop for the past week. And I have to say that I really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I worked my butt off and I paid for it when I got home. Absolutely. I felt like I didn't want to get up for 3 days.
I can understand that. I can dig that. Believe me,
but
I felt that way.
I had a marvelous time. Marvelous time.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how about you, Donnie? You had a blast too? Did you?
Yeah, I had a grand old time. No, I actually went to bed before that. I was so tired.
Oh, really?
It was mostly because of the flight. I really needed a nap in the middle of the day, but everyone was too busy getting tattoos. So I had to sit there and not be fully rested. So I crashed early.
So they were trying to contribute to your delinquency, what sounds like to me, right?
Yeah, because I would have stayed up longer and blasted K-pop and forced everyone to listen. But
the thing is that Donnie doesn't have the same motto as we do. You'll sleep when you're dead type thing.
Yeah, I needed my sleep. I was just so
he needed
sleepy.
his beauty sleep. Yeah. He just couldn't go around being pretty with no sleep.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if that's what he's getting was beauty sleep, he didn't get enough at all for the last 6 years.
Yeah, I've been playing up late playing video games the night before my flight, so I only wound up having like an hour of sleep prior to that.
What was it? Balzac? Balzac?
Baldur's Gate 3.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
So, man, I was just thinking about that game the whole weekend. I'll be honest.
Somebody's addicted.
I'm
now,
addicted.
If you would have got at least 5 hours sleep, I think he'd have been much better.
Yeah.
100%.
If I had gotten to nap, it would have been a different story. But then, there are certain things I actually am glad that I missed. So, Let's
I,
just leave it
I
there.
will. I will be right there with you this coming weekend because I'm going to be going through so much freaking evidence from this last 2-day investigation I did on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be. Me and another guy kept getting our necks messed with in the theater we were investigating. So that was like,
Oh.
I thought it was crickets, because usually when you get a cricket on your back of your neck, you kind of reach over, and crickets don't move super fast. You can usually reach back and grab them real quick, right? Nothing there. Turn around, shine a light back there. There's no crickets to be found nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to see if I capture anything else on audio and stuff. We heard a couple little noises and stuff, but other than that,
Catch
we
some
just had a
ghost
great
stuff.
time. Oh yeah. Saw some shadow people for sure. But anywho, all right.
Yeah.
So yes, we were talking a little bit earlier today, Brandy, and we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do, right? And you came up with a good little thing. Or was it yesterday we were talking about it? Yesterday. We decided we want to look at some poltergeist videos and such, right?
Yes.
Right.
I went out and found a good amount. In fact, I found a 10 count on one, and I had to sit there all afternoon breaking it up into individual files so we can look at each one individually. So you're going to get a narrator with it too, because there's a nice little top 10 thing, that's out there. And it was like, this is actually really cool here. But saving that for a little bit later in the show, because it's got stuff we've seen before, stuff we haven't seen before. I'm just going to give you the first one right off the bat because this one I've never seen before. I found it by accident on Facebook, of all things, with, I forget who it was, one of the paranormal groups, whatever. This is from 2010, and this gentleman is doing an instructional video for artwork, how to do some artwork. And if you want, just watch and listen.
I remember this one.
You seen this one? It's from 2010.
Yeah.
Some of the materials that you'll need to create a cover sheet are, of course, you'll need some scissors. You'll need some tape. I like to use the thick masking tape. You'll need some double-sided tape to put your image onto a mat board. You'll need, of course, your image and mat board and a large piece of paper. Once you have your image mounted to the mat board, take your large piece of paper and place it over the image itself. You'll want to cut the paper so that it's slightly longer than the mat board your artwork is mounted to.
Kind of caught him a little off guard there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Now, I'm going to pause it right there. You know what my first thought was right off the bat, right?
What?
Strings. They figure out the fish line stuff or whatever, but it should be, in that light, it should reflect something. But the first thing I thought of was strings. Well, if there's strings, how's he walking right through it?
True.
See, he's moving it back and forth. Then he realizes, hey, let me see. Did I catch that?
Okay, so the only problem that I'm having with it is that he knew exactly which cupboard it was.
Well, you opened the one behind it first.
But he didn't know that. He didn't notice it until okay, so he's talking and he's showing all the stuff. He didn't see it open. He didn't know which one it opened. All he heard was it closing.
Yeah.
But he went right to the one that closed. How would he know? Because there's several others behind him.
Yeah, but when he did it, I mean, hang on, I'm gonna put it over here where it's at. See, now when he gets over there, the one that opened and closed is the one in front. He's opening the one behind it, though. See?
All right, go back to the one that opens. I want to see that again.
Okay. You see, it's the first one.
Slightly, you'll want to cut the paper, the thick masking tape that you need to create a cover sheet. Or, of course, you'll need some scissors.
No, it's that one.
Need some tape. I like to use the...
Do what?
It's that one. Go ahead and fast forward it. Just
to where he goes to check it?
Yeah.
So he's staring in that corner. He grabbed the one behind it.
Oh, he did grab the one behind it.
Either way, though, even if he went up there, if there were strings doing that, he would have had to walk into something. You would think.
I don't know.
I mean, I think I might have been a little bit more freaked out, but you could see it kind of dawn on him there a little bit that, hey, I might have actually caught this. Let me go check the camera.
Right.
So
Right.
this was the first time I've seen it. Donnie, you said you've seen it before, though?
Yeah, you know what? I think it's 100% fake.
You think
And
so?
I'm not usually one to say something is fake right off the bat, but
Yeah.
this one in particular,
Yeah.
I think is 100% fake. Now, here's why.
Okay.
It's not so much the cupboards in the back,
Mhm.
but it's it's the presentation itself. It seems too much of a convoluted cover to set up the video. Number one, right?
Yeah.
He's basically saying, first you need the masking tape, and I like
Well-
this kind of masking tape. I like these kinds of scissors. Okay.
Well, here's the other thing with this. This is only a cut of it. I cut it to the point where just before the door starts to open. There's another
long
2
is it?
some odd minutes before this.
How long is the original video?
2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's still not.
And this is only 1 minute and 2 seconds. From
See,
start
for someone to be making an instructional video on what I'm assuming he's doing is making some kind of cover sheet, I'm paying
Yeah.
attention to his actual what he's talking about. And
Yeah.
it's stuff that if someone were to actually go out of their way to watch a YouTube video to learn how to make a cover sheet, they don't need to know like what sort of masking tape and you need to grab a pair. Chances are they're already going to have scissors, but he's spending so
You
much
would
time
think.
focusing on that. And plus, if you are doing an arts and craft, the fact that he's standing at the island of his kitchen where the cupboards are like strategically placed behind him
Yeah.
for a
Thing was all
perfect
framed
view,
up pretty good.
it seems like it's all framed up, and that whole
Yeah.
explanation is just a cover to set up the video. I'm not convinced that that's an actual instructional video for something that's important enough for him to be able to, for him to like actually set up a video and to do it that
Yeah.
way. And
Like
if
I
he
said-
were doing it, then why would he have it set up at that exact angle in the kitchen?
Well, and the only thing I can come back at you with on that, and don't get me wrong, I don't know for
Yeah.
sure because I tend to lean toward the fake side too, even though I can't figure out how it opened or how it closed because there is no actual like strings or anything that I can see or I can verify. But I've seen this style of video done on instructional
Mhm.
videos a lot.
Yeah.
And especially when you're dealing with furniture and arts and stuff like that, when we're redoing furniture, they'll set up wherever. I've seen hundreds of people do it in their kitchen because it's just the easiest and
I
right.
gotta feel like that it's an actual instruction video, an old video that's being interrupted. This doesn't make me feel like it is.
And that's plausible, 100% plausible.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I mean, I didn't want to put the whole thing on there because, like I said, I cut over a minute off of it because he goes through the whole deal of setting up that mat and how you put the part on the art on the mat and then getting ready to do the covering and stuff like that. And I'm like,
See, if it was a guy that was doing an instructional video on like how to like repair a motor, and he's
Mhm.
going to the real specifics and the nitty gritty, where it looks
Yeah.
like okay, this is an actual person putting on an actual instructional video for
Yeah.
someone who would actually want to see that. That would be enough, and then something happened. That would be one thing. But he's talking so generically. It's just like, I like this kind of masking tape. I like this thickness of masking tape. And then you need your scissors. And then you want to like, and then it's too perfect. It's too
Yeah,
like, yeah.
it's a like I said, an instructional, but I'm with you as far as not knowing whether it's real or not. I can't. You're leaning fake. I'm
Yeah.
in the middle on it. But like I said, I've seen hundreds of these style videos, and he falls right in line with it to me. So, but like Poncho says though, if you look right there, something looks odd. Why is it so hard to judge his height? That I can't tell you. He looks like he's about 6 foot tall to me, thereabouts. His waist is right at where the countertop is, which honestly, I'm gonna push it through my own way here
Yeah.
because his waist is right at the countertop. When that thing closes, he goes back there. So he's probably a little bit taller than me. So I would say right around 6 foot, maybe 5'8", 5'9". So I can't tell you. I mean, but honestly, the countertop distance is between his elbows.
Okay, so did you go to this guy's actual like
No,
channel
this
or
is
whatever to find this
no,
video?
no. This
Oh,
is on Facebook as part of many. It's probably in about 100 different
Yeah,
paranormal.
this one's been making the rounds, but
Yeah, it's been out there since 2010. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I see where Poncho's going with it. It's kind of I don't
okay.
know if I see an issue with the height or not per se, because it looks like he's the same height back there when he goes there. So I
Okay,
think it's just
so
his movement. So
here's the other thing.
yeah,
When that thing opens, he automatically puts his like his hand behind his neck, like he's trying to figure this out or whatever, like
hmm
that. I'm sorry, when I hear something like that, I don't know what it is. It could be an animal, it could be all kinds of things. I'm going to have my hands out in front of me.
yeah. I'm not going to
I'm
sit there
not going to
trying
put it
trying to
behind my
figure out.
neck, like, oh my gosh, I wonder what this thing is.
Well,
No,
and
I would have my hands out in front of me, like just in case it is some type of animal
mhm.
or,
yeah,
whatever. Um,
well, look at him
it,
back there
it's,
when he jumps and turns around and goes back to it too. He does like you're saying. He puts that hand back there,
Yeah,
and you see him kind of rubbing it, almost like it's like an acting move, is what it looks like. You know what I
yes,
mean?
yeah,
yes, like he's
It looks like
acting.
he's like, oh, that kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah, showing
But
that he's perplexed.
yeah.
Yes.
something bounces behind me or makes a noise behind me. First of all, I'm wheeling around. I'm not just jumping up and doing that. I'm wheeling around, and that's not the first place I look. First place I'm going to look is down that hallway where that doorway's at, because that would be the most likely place it would have come from.
Yeah, I would be a little bit jumpy. I would not be sitting there, oh, I wonder what could have done that. I wonder what could have done that. you know,
Yeah.
I just see because watch
So
him because he automatically goes to his arm around his neck before he even gets to the door.
yeah.
Mhm.
He
So
puts his hand on his neck. Even before watch him.
there's where I'm gonna come right here and we'll play it. Watch how it goes. And look, he almost smiles right there too. Did you catch that?
The mat board,
Watch
your
this.
artwork
Watch his
mounted
eye.
to.
You can see almost a smile start right there too.
I feel like his body language doesn't look genuine.
It doesn't. It isn't right,
No.
is it?
Yeah,
That was
no,
the
no,
other thing
no.
I had.
Now, if I had assessed the situation and, seen that nothing was there and I couldn't debunk it or
Yeah.
whatever, then I
Yep.
might do this going, well, I don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that.
So
But
anyway,
anyway, I'm
that
gonna
was
call that like Donnie sees it. It's a little too perfect.
yeah.
There's too much acting going on.
Steve sure as heck seems like it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, we'll leave that one at that. So that one's one of those. I hadn't seen it before, so I thought I'd throw that one out there first. And of course, like I said, I wanted to cut it down because I didn't want to spend 2.5 minutes going through
Plus,
his
plus,
instructions.
my psychic powers. Like when I was looking at that guy, he looked like the type of guy who would fake something like that. Just saying. But that's just my psychic powers speaking. Believe me or not.
It was probably something for like I don't know. This could have been for a student or
Yeah.
whomever. It was
My
probably
heightened
just like, see,
intuition.
there's ghosts in my house too. I
Yeah.
can make it look like that or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take much, but you thought that one was fun. Wait till you see
All
this.
right. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Wait till you see
Bring
this
it.
one. This one's
Put the camera on, guys, because that plate's moving. That plate. I'm scared to go in the kitchen in case it comes out.
okay.
It's me.
Now you hear her, right? You can't
Mhm.
hear her. I'm scared to go into the kitchen in case of something, whatever. What? Scared to go in the kitchen. Scared to go in the kitchen. Okay.
Can you see that? That plate is moving. Oh my god.
I can't barely tell anything's moving. Oh, there's that.
Just broke that plate.
Now, no change in her demeanor, no change in her voice, No change in her shock. You know what I mean? Not
Hmm.
one. And you sit there and watch this thing all of a sudden fly off and down to there, and she has no freak out, no nothing, as scared as she sounded.
Yeah. Well, if you go back and you look at the size of the cabinet where the drawer is open,
Yeah.
yeah. So what can
Okay.
you do there? Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
But
I'm just gonna go with this because this is why I decided to do this, because we've seen so much of the stuff out there, because somebody of any type of small stature can hide under that cabinet. You push the drawer open and you can run string right through there.
yeah.
So when you pull it, it's going to pull towards that drawer and go off
Yep.
on the floor. And if
Exactly.
you look at it in slow motion, that's exactly what it looked like,
Think,
what it looks like to me.
let's see. I think it goes back and actually shows it in slow motion again here. If it cuts back to it or not. Nope, it
Put
did
it in the
not.
kitchen. Why did you do that?
She's talking to it. It's in the kitchen. Why'd you do that? Watch it real
Right.
close
See
though.
the drawers
What?
open, but see how big the cabinet is.
I'm going to slow the speed down here to a
Yeah.
quarter or to half.
And then
So what?
watch how it pulls.
You see that plate is moving. Oh my.
And when she moves over to there, all of a sudden,
See how it
see
pulls
how?
right to the drawer.
Yep,
Yeah.
pulls to that, and it pulls that daggum the entire rack with it. It doesn't come out of it; it just comes straight through. So what it came over is just from somebody pulling it over.
Yes.
So yeah, that was not a fun one, but I figured I'd throw it out there anyway because I was just like, oh, they'll get a kick out of this one for sure.
Well, I mean, I see this stuff on the internet all the time, and there was
Yeah.
a very well-known YouTube group that goes out and investigates these homes for families. They do a magnificent job. I've
Yeah.
talked about them, and it's called Paranormal Nightmare. And they do this, and they won't lie to you.
No.
They will tell you if they found nothing, they found nothing. Well,
Yeah.
there was this TikTok family. I'm just going to TikTok family
Yeah.
that they would release all these videos all the time about all the stuff happening in their house. Well, they finally contacted Paranormal Nightmare and had them come to the house. Well, when they were investigating, they found remnants left over from the hoaxes that they were providing with string and all kinds of stuff. I mean, they found absolutely nothing in the home. But these people were racking up the views by hoaxing this poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
And I guess that, and it's kind of like you want to believe these people when they're saying this stuff. And I mean, some of it is actually, it's actually really good. And then you find out later, oh my gosh, I can't believe they did that. Why would they do that? For views, people, for views.
Views and money. Views
Yeah.
and money.
Views and money.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. That's where we talk about he who must not be named a lot, but
Yeah.
his little thing he does, these house calls things that he does now or whatever it's called. And he's got people on there that have bought the properties that are literally just buying them to advertise them on his show to get more business in there when they turn it into a B&B or something like that for people to come investigate. So, in fact, there was case in point. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I think it was somebody brought. I don't watch it. Don't get me wrong. It was brought up online here, and they were talking about it. The guy literally bought it a year before and was turning it into a B&B, and he had asked him to come get the stuff out of there when he's turning it into a B&B to make money off of it. You know what I mean? What the heck? I mean, it's just free publicity. That was it. So that's why I don't have any use for that whole rigmarole, shall we say?
Right. Now, I had to look up poltergeist to see, because I wanted to make sure that my definition matches pretty much what this is doing.
Yeah.
And they say the term poltergeist is German, meaning noisy ghost or rattling spirit, which,
Mhm.
of course, it's self-explanatory. We've got
Yeah.
that. It says this phenomena is often associated with the presence of children or young adolescents.
Mm-hmm.
So
Which
what does
is
that tell you right there? What does that tell you? That basically is saying that this is a manifestation of energy
mm-hmm.
that has been created by emotions and vibrations and these things of young children
And
who
hormones.
hormones. There you go.
And
Thank you.
hormones.
It's all
Mhm.
hormones. So and it is a lot of the times associated with the stories of
Yeah.
young females.
Yeah.
The infield haunting,
The
for
infield
one.
haunting. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yep.
So, are our children actually manifesting these things?
It very well could be. I mean, honestly, it very well could be.
I,
Because,
you know, I
for lack of
ask
a better
myself that.
explanation, yeah.
Yeah, I ask myself that a lot because I'm
Yeah, we
like,
got the Enfield haunting here. One of the most famous
Yeah, there's one of
pictures.
the pictures right
Yeah.
there. And I've
yeah,
got, I have the entire 25-minute BBC documentary downloaded. I was going to go through it,
Mhm.
but it's mainly documentary. It's not really a whole lot of evidence involved in
Yeah.
it.
right.
But it was just sitting there watching at it and listening. I was like, man, I remember when we talked about that. I remember when we talked about that. And you listen to these little British girls
Yeah.
sitting there trying to relay their feelings and stuff, and they were scared to even talk about it. It sounded like.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, because you got to remember that poltergeist activity is basically only on the physical side of things.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
not like it is trying to communicate with you. It is not like it's going to speak with you like you're going to hear EVPs or disembodied voices or see apparitions.
Yeah.
This is just dealing with your physical environment,
Yeah. Yeah.
and which is super super crazy, isn't it? Though
Yeah.
I was like,
100%.
Yeah.
man, gotta watch out for them young kids, y'all. If you got grandchildren, children.
I remember as a 12-year-old, I got in trouble pretty bad by my parents. Like they were really mad.
Hmm.
And that was the right age for poltergeist activity because something happened as a 12-year-old. Basically, my mom found a bunch of Playboys in my room.
Oh no!
But those things, but I was a very good kid, so I wasn't about all that. And I think it was some kind of poltergeist activity, guys. I think something made those magazines apport into my room. And then my mom found it and she told my dad and they got really mad, but I
Did
swear
Dad
to
take
you,
them?
I was not that kind of person,
Did Dad take them?
my mom made him throw them away, and
Sure.
I didn't bring them into my room. I think something physically transported that material right into my room, guys.
Randy,
Right
we
into
might
my
be
room.
dealing with a possession here. We might
Yeah.
be dealing with a possession.
And 12 years old. That's the ripe age for
Might have got
poltergeist
possessed at that
activity.
time.
Yeah, but my question is where did they come from?
Maybe the other side of the veil, guys. Who knows?
They came from Dad. They came from Dad's stash. Got caught with them and went back to Dad's stash when Dad
Yeah.
told Mom I threw them away. That's what happened. That's what happened to mine anyway.
Yeah, I think that somebody found Dad's secret stash that Mom didn't even know about.
Poltergeist activity, guys.
It's
Poltergeist
poltergeist
activity.
That's what. See, that sucks about getting old and sucks about being out of the 80s now because you're in the early 90s. Now you don't need the stash. You can just go out on the internet.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, there is that.
All right.
Those
I got a
poltergeists are
travel
feeling
channel
all
one for you.
obsolete. Yep. Go for
I
it.
actually got a travel channel one for you. This one came from Paranormal Caught on Tape. It was
Alright.
one of
okay.
these. I cut it down a little bit.
Yeah, I like that show.
I love that show.
Yeah, it's amazing to catch some of this stuff. But this one, you'll probably recognize it. I cut it down so we get, like I said, I don't like to see the people talking about it. So you can hear the narrator's voice.
Sensing she may not be alone, the woman removed her headphones, just in time to notice the next disturbance.
Attention.
Now,
Something exerts a
did
lot
you
of
see what I saw there?
What?
I don't know if anybody else saw it, and I don't know if it was part of the actual, how can I put it? The actual show, or if they even picked up on it during the show, because I didn't go far enough into it to listen. But you see her looking at that, and then when it goes to the next batch, is that just a shadow behind her, or was that a shadow of something?
Exerts a lot of force.
Oh,
on
I see that now.
chair.
Oh, do you see it? It just sits straight up. Oh, back up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
slow it down, because there's a shadow that stays sitting up, but she is clearly bent over.
it's right in this area right here. You'll see it, and it looks like it follows the chair out. Now I'm gonna slow it down to 50, the half speed right now. There
Okay.
you go with that.
Damn, that sounds freaky.
Did you see that? That you didn't even see her shadow.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. That bit right there.
There you
See
go.
it?
There it is a little bit.
And it looks like a shadow going across. Look, it's going on to here. Now, is there something that's causing her shadow to come back this way? I don't know.
No.
But that looks,
Look at that.
and then it just disappears. See?
Oh, do it again. Do it again. I want to see it.
Something exerts a lot of.
Something. It's right there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's
I'm
pulling
just
it.
not. Yeah, you can see it. It looks like a shadow person pulling it out, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then then she gets up and looks at it, and it just like dissipates. It's just not there.
Freaky Geeky says, okay, while you was noticing the shadow behind her, I see the wheels move slightly before chair is pulled out.
Okay, let's take a
And
look.
that could be true. Yeah.
Okay, so that's to there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it turns a little.
Yeah, it did turn.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
now
why would it turn? Because she wasn't moving.
here's my other issue with this. Watch how it turns now. I did not notice that till she brought that up right there. You see how it is like there. Watch how when it turns. See, well, it's almost like that one has something on it and it pulls back, but we see that shadow at the same time.
When you suddenly jerk a chair like that, there's going to be a little bit of rotation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
there's gonna be-
that wasn't slowly. That was kind of like
That
a
was
jerk.
that was a sudden jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's her when the bottle's gone down.
Tension.
And then this right here, it manifests right there. Pulls
They
her.
never said anything about that.
No.
I
I'm
remember
just
the
not seeing-
segment. They never said anything about seeing that shadow, but that shadow's weird.
That shadow's clearly there. Yeah.
Yeah. How did they not see it in the actual show? And we're just now seeing it, and nobody's ever talked about it that I know of. 86, right? It definitely looks like a shadow person. It really does.
And Gary's like, her foot was
crazy.
nowhere near the chair.
I
No,
know.
I don't-
You know what? I've seen this probably 100 times and have never paid attention to
Yep.
that shadow.
Hmm.
And that was one of the things I didn't notice the shadow that much until now looking at it.
Plus, her
And-
reaction seems a lot more genuine.
Oh yeah, she's
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah.
Even when
Like
the
she's
bottle went down,
startled,
she was
yeah.
scared. But I'm like, looking at this, I'm going, how do you sit there and look at this on one of those shows like that and not see that? You know,
Hmm.
could where I got it from have added it in? I don't think so. But you're right. Gary's right. Her foot's nowhere near the chair. But when something jerks that chair back that quick, it's going to cause. You're right. It's going to cause rotation, especially on that floor.
Wow.
So I should have saved this one for Sunday. Damn it.
But hey, that was a good catch right there, Randy, because I would have never. I mean, but we can't slow this down when we're watching it on TV, when they play it or
No.
you watch the reruns of it. And then, we can't slow it down, really if we're just watching it on YouTube or something else. So
Yeah, and the frame rate ain't great because it's a daggum security camera, but just watching it, you can see it manifest up behind her, and watch where it just starts to grab. You can see it already starting to grab right there.
Hmm.
And then she's like, "What the?" It is that quick.
There
She has
it
to
is.
catch
Yeah.
herself. She has to catch herself.
Huh.
How she didn't run out of there kicking and screaming right then and there, I don't know. Honestly.
Well, okay. So would you call that poltergeist activity? Would you? I
Well,
mean, because we're clearly seeing a shadow person. I mean, would you really
yeah.
call that a poltergeist, or would you just call that like what we would call a trickster? Something that
Yeah.
does like the poltergeist that you can catch glimpses of.
Yep.
It is a spirit, and we catch glimpses of it. But
And
would you
I
call
can't
this
say that.
poltergeist activity?
I can't say for
Because
sure.
for
I
number
will still
one,
say
we're
it's
not
poltergeist.
yeah, we're not dealing with any of the things that they talk about it,
No.
around children or anything like that. I mean, we're not dealing with any of this. We're dealing with with an office space.
Hmm.
And freaky, you're right. A lot of people would not have stuck around after the bottle, but I have a feel. Just looking at this, I think this is probably a little bit after the bottle acts bit, and then she got to there. I believe there's probably a good amount of time between there. I can't see it too well. That's January 5th, but of course I don't have the actual time. And on the other one,
Yeah.
can't really tell anything up there. So
I mean,
if we'd had full timestamp, I bet we're looking at probably a 20 to 30-minute difference, probably.
right. So I was on a show with Rob.
Mhm.
Of course, Bigfoot Michigan Rob. Anyway, and my fan fell. So my first reaction was not, oh my gosh, it's a ghost. I'm like, I think it just kind of, maybe vibrated off the side, or I didn't have it, on the table
Yeah.
correctly,
Yep.
so it was my fault. So I literally jump when I see it, when I hear it fall, and I look and it fell.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, hang on. So I went and I fixed the fan, and I made sure it was back enough so it wouldn't fall, just to make sure. And then I'm sitting on the show again with Rob, and guess what? It falls again. So, I mean, when something
Was your
first
child there?
happens, we're not automatically thinking, oh, that's a ghost. We're not
Yeah. No.
thinking that. So she's probably
Yeah.
like, I wonder how that fell off of there. Oh, well, and dismiss it. A lot of us do dismiss stuff like that when we shouldn't, but we do.
Why
But when
that?
this happens, right.
Why that? I don't get that. Why she does that with the bottle? First of all, it's like,
Kind
see,
of like,
she's like,
why is that falling
covers.
off? I mean,
I'm looking at I'm just kind of as I'm watching that come off. I'm looking at the papers up here as well to see what they're doing. Because you see, you got airflow, obviously.
right. And she could have thought maybe I set it next to the edge, maybe something, maybe it just, whatever, maybe I hit the table,
Yeah.
maybe it vibrated off, whatever. There's a million reasons why
Yeah.
this thing could have done it. So she just kind of dismissed the first part until this
Could be.
happens.
Mm-hmm.
Could be because, like I said, that's why she covers her ears up and then turns
Plus,
around and looks. Now she
this
might
looks
be
like
thinking,
this looks like an actual workspace too. Like
yeah,
everything looks pretty genuine. Even
Yeah,
like
that's
the
what I
way the
mean. It's like
chairs,
an
yeah.
office or
and
something there.
Like like a
she
work
probably covered
area.
up thinking, okay, she heard something, and then she turned around and figured out what it was, and then kind of didn't think any more of it at that
Yeah.
time. I mean, okay, something's on the floor, but she never shows the rest of her reaction. But that one, I'm sorry, you can tell that catches her off guard.
Yeah.
Something exerts a lot of force on that chair.
I still say,
Yeah.
even though we're talking, poltergeist. To me, poltergeist is anything that can actually move something and make something do outlandish stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know what the definition, quote unquote, of it is because it's German descent or German origin. But good Lord,
I don't think that, see, a poltergeist again, is not going to communicate with you. You know,
No.
you're not going to get that type of communication. It just manipulates your physical environment.
Which is what that
So
thing did.
yes, it did. But we don't know if there was any type of haunting or any strange happenings before. Now,
Yep.
86 said in our chat, 86 said
Yep.
that the bottle appears to be far away from the edge. But was she paying attention to how far it was away from the edge? I mean, she was busy doing other things. So she had no idea.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why she's like, I don't know
Okay, it
why
just
that
fell.
came off, and just kind of,
Yeah.
you know, dismissed it. And I've done that many times when I should have been paying attention. But you know, it's just kind of like you like when you bump a table or whatever and something
Yeah.
rocks. Now
Yeah.
I can bump my desk pretty hard, and these things back here are going to rattle.
Right.
So you know, I could say, well, maybe I bumped my chair into the desk, or you know, something
Exactly.
like that, even though I don't even know how it happened. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm like, I don't think it did, but maybe I did.
Yeah.
So
And
I mean,
you
that's
start
what we
second
do.
guessing yourself.
Right. She has a genuine reaction, kind of like, well, I don't know, you know, and I have those myself. I don't know. And I'll
Yeah.
just continue on because I can't say, hey, that's ghost activity, or that's, you know, something I did. But in that case, that is clearly something has really jerked her hard, you know, to make her have that reaction, like she was almost grabbing for the table, like she hit the table,
Yep.
that it jerked her so hard and pulled her back. So I'm gonna say that is a great catch.
I
That
think so.
you know, I'm going to say, unless I had more information, that that would be what
Yeah.
I would consider poltergeist activity.
Yeah. I would too. I mean, like I said, and we're
Well,
kind
I
of
wouldn't even call
solidifying ourselves with a shadow,
I
honestly.
don't even know if I'd call that poltergeist activity. I'm gonna
Or
say
just
that's
somebody
just
messing with it.
spirit activity,
Yeah. Could be
flat
too. I
out.
mean,
Yeah.
but either way,
Especially because we've seen the apparition, you know. I mean,
yeah.
I would
We
consider
see
that
it. We
spirit.
see that. How did we not?
Yeah.
How did they not see it? That's what I don't get. How did they not see it?
Right, right. You know, with poltergeist activity, most things that we see, I mean, we got to think about this, and Donna, you know this too, is we see like maybe cups flipping, or a drawer opening, a cabinet opening, or something falls to the floor. You know, it doesn't have any type of rhyme or reason to what it's doing. It's just making noise and moving stuff. This looked like it had a distinct purpose,
Yeah, it was
and
trying
it
to
was
mess
to
with her.
pull her chair. Yeah, it was
Yep.
to try to scare her and pull her chair. So I don't
Well,
know, guys. That's just
that's a
my own
good catch for
opinion.
me. It's
Yeah,
still a
that's
good
just
catch
my
for me.
own opinion. You're gonna have to go with what you think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go with your gut.
Yeah,
Go with your gut.
go with
That
your
being
gut.
said, go with this gut and see what you think about this one.
That's kind of creepy. That's kind of creepy.
Rob says, I knew the horse would rock.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna say in a lot of locations, they leave trigger items out there, so they'll do this type of activity.
Yeah. And I think that's what happened here too. I don't have any information on where it's at. I don't have any information on when it happened, but judging from that camera, it's relatively recently, within probably the last 5 years, I'm betting.
Yeah.
But you notice that after the chair moves, that horse becomes the center of the attention. I had a lot of doubts when first watching it because I was like, this is just the easiest setup in the world with strings.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. In the dark.
And yeah. So I lean against it. But if it is a hoax, they did a pretty good job of doing it. You know what I mean? We'll run it one more time. Look at it one more time.
It looks to me like a location. It like I've seen this before somewhere.
Yeah, and I don't know where though. Unfortunately,
Right.
and I found it by accident when I was roaming around. I just grabbed it because I thought it was cool.
Right. So
See the way it moves. I thought right then when the horse did the first little bit, like, okay, this could easily be somebody sitting off to the side with a couple of strings, one in the back corner over to the right, one in the back corner over to the left, and they could make this happen. The part that they can't do is come up here in just a second. Watch that horse, though. Yeah, you can make it do that. You can make it do this, but can you make it do that? It's not just pulling toward it. It's actually doing a kind of a this kind of deal as it starts moving. You know what I'm saying? Then we go back to it again. See how it's moving there and it goes sideways and then back.
okay.
That'd be
So
kind of hard to manipulate with one string, you know?
kind of.
It's dark enough where if they wanted to fake it, they could.
Yeah.
There's ways to set that up.
100%. Yes.
I'm
there's ways to do it.
50-50 on this one because yeah, it could be a hoax, but it could be that there was paranormal activity and someone set that camera up for the sake of an investigation.
Yep.
Because that could also be the case. Because we've
very
all
well
done
could
that.
be.
Yeah.
Very well could be. And there was one that I cannot remember where they were at. It was in California, I believe, and there was a one room of this one, I want to say mental hospital, mental asylum, whatever you want to call it, that they set up with balls and stuff for the kids that were there at the time. And he took one of their friends that was there. They put him in a straitjacket and set him in the middle of this room with all these trigger objects around. And this dude is absolutely freaky because these balls start getting pushed around him, and he's in his damn straitjacket like this, trying to get up, and he's almost crying because he wants to get out of there. But watching the trigger objects go crazy, I'm like, now how do you? I know it's a show. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
if you were to fake that takes a lot of work to make that stuff that fake. You know what I mean? And this one, I could see somebody having a couple of strings on it, maybe, to make it do that, that kind of movement.
Yeah, because they're kind of pulling in between each other.
Exactly.
So that would make it move like that.
Yeah. But I mean,
and okay, here's my other thing. If you're dealing with something in the dark, would you not go infrared?
Yeah, because I don't know where this light source behind it is. If it's a window, maybe it's a daytime. I don't know, but I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I don't know, but for me, if it's that dark, because there are total light sources in front.
Yeah.
And it
is it day?
I mean, it is a fairly clear video.
Is it day because you see the lights in the rafters there? Are they in a barn? I mean, that's what I don't know. I don't know enough about it. If they're in a barn and that's daytime, I could kind of see that. But it's still, you're setting up trigger objects in a loft of a barn. That's the only reason you would ever set up a camera up there in that situation is if you set up trigger objects. So I think it's cool, but I'm with y'all, though. I think it's 50-50. It could easily be done.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sold on this one.
No. Like I said, I'm 50-50. All the way around. 50-50.
Yeah, I'm straight 50-50 on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. And this does not look like poltergeist activity to me. It looks like there is a reason or a purpose for the movement. So it doesn't seem like just random poltergeist activity. That looks like regular spirit activity if that were
if
what
it's
it was.
Real spirit.
Yes, if it's
something
real.
attached to those objects. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like I said, I'm not sold on that completely.
It's tough. So
Yeah.
But we haven't done this in so long. I figure it's about time we do it again. So, you know,
Donnie Cho, meme of the week.
we are
Okay,
back.
guys. Well, I've been doing my own little investigation into the world of poltergeist activity, and we have the most famous example. That is the Enfield haunting. And Brandy, I'm sure you're familiar with this one.
Yeah.
But there's been a similar activity going on in a very famous place known as the WWE, Brandy.
Oh no.
Ooh.
So in these two instances here, we see the girl being floated up in the air, looking terrified. And in the picture on the left, what do we see? We see a very terrified looking Brock Lesnar floating in the air, being held up by some unseen force. So I ask to you, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, and to my colleagues, Brandy and Randy, could this indeed be the same activity?
I think it could. I really do.
I mean, what could be holding up such a big man like that, like in the air?
A very,
know.
Like
very
he's just floating. Yeah.
poltergeist.
No.
I mean, what kind of poltergeist would do that, Brandy?
I don't think that's a poltergeist. I think that is definitely a spirit.
Spirit activity.
That is
100%.
spirit. Yeah, that is a spirit.
Brock
That is-
Lesnar triggered him.
Yeah.
Whatever
this
was
took
there,
place. Yeah, this took place in front of millions of people.
and then none of them
guys.
could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People were like mortified and shocked. I don't know.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. That was
I don't
definitely
either.
a mystery to me.
I don't
I-
either anymore.
It's John Cena. I'm
No,
sorry,
it
you
was
could never miss
not.
that man. You could never, ever, ever miss that man. There's no
Well,
way.
At least
He's a
she
beautiful
could.
man. Yeah.
Well,
She's so
yeah,
pretty.
but-
That's Brandy's type.
yeah, he's a beautiful man. He's a beautiful man. You'd never miss him. I don't even care if I was in the middle of a crowded airport. I'd know who that was. I'd never miss him.
That guy's got to learn to run fast, doesn't he?
No. I'll just sit back and just sigh from a distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I just threw up.
Actually, for folks who are really curious, Brandy's type, her ideal type, is actually Jim Caviezel. She fangirls over him.
I
Fangirls.
do.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Time out. I'm securing my manhood, and I fangirl over Jim Caviezel. So,
That man.
That's a
I tell
handsome
you
dude.
what,
Yeah.
His whole.
Person of Interest was like my favorite show for like 5 years straight. Okay.
Yeah.
I know, but I mean, you got to think about that man, though. The way he acts is his whole thing is just phenomenal. I mean, he's a
Mhm.
fantastic actor. But not only that, in his personal life, he is just as sincere and loyal as
Yeah.
he is on screen.
100%. Have you seen the
Yeah.
movie The Sound of Freedom yet? With him?
Yes, absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
could barely watch it.
Mm.
I could barely watch it. But dude, they had the perfect person playing that guy.
I know they did.
Yeah.
They did. And like I said, the Passion of Christ and all of that. I mean, we did a show on Donnie's channel about this. I fangirl
Yeah.
for him. And yes, he is hot. He is all married and he is so loyal. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like if you could ever have a man that is, like that, you are lucky.
Well,
Hang on. Hang
it's
on
the same
to
way
him.
with there's a gentleman named Neil McDonough who has been in every freaking thing under the sun. I'm trying to think what y'all might have seen that he was in. He was in Suits. I don't know if you ever watched Suits at one time. He
Mhm.
was also just did The Last Rodeo. He was the bad guy in the newer Walking Tall that had The Rock in it.
Yes.
He was the
Yes.
bad guy in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy.
Well-
yeah, that guy was in everything.
Yeah.
That dude, one thing you'll never see, he does not do love scenes. You'll never see him kiss another woman on screen. It got him blackballed because he refused for a long time. He's now doing stuff on Angel or whatever it is because they're bringing his wife in and he's able to do that kind of stuff with her. He
Yeah.
refuses. He will stand. He refused to do it for so long, it cost him roles.
Yeah.
And
Well, Jim
you know what?
Caviezel is just he's just because he's nice to look at. Doesn't hurt my eyes at all. And I
You know,
can watch him over and over and over again on the big screen. Just
Yeah.
just keep doing it.
he
And
was
plus, with his home life, his family life, he's just a really dedicated man. And
Yeah.
like I said, I not only fangirl over him because he's hot, but because he's also just a wonderful human being.
they should have got him to play Batman.
Oh, I'd have loved that.
They should
Oh my
have,
God.
Yeah.
He'd have been gold as Batman.
I
Better
am
than Christian
Batman.
Bale.
I could hear him say it.
Yeah. He
Aw,
was
thank
originally
you.
in the talks to play Superman, and I could see that too. If he gained like 40 pounds of muscle,
He would have
Yeah,
to
he-
gain a
he
lot
had
of
to
weight
get
for
ripped.
that.
yeah, he would have to
That's
gain.
even more as a
But I
Batman.
feel like he's disciplined enough to where he could pull that off.
Oh, easily.
probably
Look at
could.
Passion of the Christ. I mean,
Yeah.
he ripped himself for Passion of the
Yeah,
Christ.
I mean, did you see him in Passion of the Christ? He was all ripped. He had that six
Yep.
pack and everything going on.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, there are a few actors out there that I do admire,
Mm.
but the personal life may be in shambles,
Mhm.
or you may hear all the gossip and then you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But Jim Caviezel,
You
everyone.
don't get it out of him. You don't get it out of
Like
him
Jim
at all.
Caviezel, everyone.
Okay. We're into the last 30 some odd minutes here, all right? I got
Okay,
a 10
okay.
count for you now. I got a 10 count for you now. We're going to rapid fire these pretty quick. There's 10. We're
Okay.
counting 10 all the way down to 1. And yes, I
Okay.
split this off of a top 10 thing or whatever, and we'll look at each one individually because it took me hours to get this sucker separated up right. So
Right, I'm sure. These are tough.
some of them, but here we go. Just watch, and then we'll talk about it at the end.
Number 10.
This was the footage captured on CCTV in the Carlisle Castle Hotel. The first camera shows a small dining area where a white transparent figure resembling a person is seen waving its arm in front of the camera. This goes on for almost 30 seconds. Then the video cuts to another camera aimed at a bar. Right as this guy opens up the fridge, 2 bottles fall out from one of the compartments. Now the first one is a bit understandable as it seems to already be sitting on the edge, but a second bottle also follows after the first one and it falls out at an angle that looks as if it were pushed. And then in this final scene, in public view for many guests to see, a glass suddenly breaks on the counter behind the bar. If you look closely, it appears that the glass fell down from above, probably where the other glasses were hanging. So were these 3 strange events something of a hoax, a coincidence, or is the Carlisle Castle Hotel really haunted?
Mickey, I don't think it's Bizarre Bub that it came from. I had to look again, but it may be.
Okay, so the first part where this thing they said is arm waving.
Yeah, this one right here. You know my immediate thought.
There's something hanging on the camera, and
Yeah,
it could
there's-
be a spider web.
Yeah.
It could be a hair. It
Yeah.
could be a bug. It could be.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say it's something on the camera itself.
Definitely not Poltergeist, for sure.
Definitely not a ghost of any sort.
I don't think
Right.
so either.
No.
But okay, so we passed through all that, and now we get to this guy. Minute he opens, you see the 2 of them come out right to the floor. He looks, then replay. I'm going to slow this down to a quarter real quick so we can see this a little bit slower.
Fall out from one of the...
Hang on, I am going to mute that so y'all don't have to hear that crap.
I was like, "Oh, that's a demon." Okay, sorry.
All right, so here it goes. He's watching. I guess I should have taken it back now. Watch it come out as he opens it up. That one just tips over, looks like. It almost looks like there that it has something attached between it and the other one. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like that, isn't it?
Yeah, watch how it
But
comes out.
you would never tether two bottles together ever.
No, it almost looks that
Right.
way, but it's hard to tell. It really is with that camera that they got.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about that one.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
kind of iffy to me too. That's why when I looked at it closer, it almost looks like there's something there, but it could just be the motion blur too. It really could.
Right.
So
Right.
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So he was genuinely upset, as you could see. He looked over
Yeah.
like, "What the heck?" And then you see
Right.
somebody else come into the frame up here, and they're like, "What the heck?" You know?
Right. It's like, what is this dude doing? And he's like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm over here.
Would you break?
Right.
Yeah. That thing.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
we'll
don't know
take this.
about that one. Why? If it were something happening in the room, perhaps. I mean, another bottle, I'm sure would have fell.
Yeah, you
But
would have thought.
there's only one particular one
Hey,
that fell.
look how close
Uh,
that one is to the thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it doesn't make any sense for it to just be
Right.
one.
Right.
So that one, and then it's hard to see this one because it's up against the light and everything. It's right here, and let me turn off that sound again. So I'm gonna start trying to see if I can pinpoint where it actually falls at. Because we already passed it. Hang on, back up. She's sitting there. It comes down. Right there. You see it?
Yeah.
It came down and it smashes right here. So it is from up there. It's just not good enough video for me to see if there. I would not think anything would have been associated with pulling it down at that point. But you can see she backs up quick, and everybody reacts. Now, would you consider that poltergeist though?
I don't know if I'd even consider it paranormal at all.
You just don't know. We can't tell
And
it.
well, they're hanging on them little, I don't even know what you call them.
The
Where
hooks,
you
they're
get
hooks.
the little
Yeah.
rails that you'll hook
Yep.
things on. Now,
Yep.
if they're in a place that perhaps has loud music, and things like that that will vibrate,
Mhm.
Yeah,
they
sure
may
will.
vibrate a glass or two off of one of those. I've actually seen it happen
Yeah.
Mhm.
where
It's called Carlisle
they
Castle.
had a band actually in it was a
Yeah.
bar and restaurant. They had a band in there, which
Yep.
it was really loud, and it actually vibrated some of the glasses off of those little rail things.
Mm.
So, could this be the case of what's happening here?
Yeah, and I keep looking at this where it zooms in a little bit just to see. And yeah, it's got to be coming from these up here
Yeah,
that are
that's where it's coming
obviously
from.
washed out by the light.
hmm
But I don't know if this one actually has anything as far as a band because I guess this is a restaurant and stuff here. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm with you. I don't have enough evidence to say whether it is or isn't or just something slipped.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
just don't know.
So, my guess on this place is I can't tell you it's haunted.
Yeah. Now it's in England. I
That's
do
not
know that.
enough. Yeah,
That's
that's
all I
not
know.
enough.
No, not
I mean,
even.
also, especially in my part of the country, you may not feel anything, but there is an earthquake going on, and it may
Exactly.
jiggle some stuff,
Mhm.
and you don't even
Exactly.
realize it. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's true. Just had one just a couple of nights ago. It was on the two. It was 2.2 on the scale.
All right. So we tinfoil on that one pretty much, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay. That's kind of where I was at. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we like to do the paranormal
Hey,
show and tell,
Sparky.
so we are really leaving this to all of
Aw.
you to decide. Don't go by what we say.
Yeah.
We're just giving our opinion.
Thanks, Sparky.
Thank you, Sparky. We appreciate you coming in.
And Toby.
Thanks for
thanks
being around. Keep us
Toby,
straight.
Oh,
thanks for
and
saying
and
thank you.
Thanks for
five
the,
new Booze
and he
Club
gave us 5 more.
members.
All right. Gave
Awesome.
y'all 5
Thank
more.
you. Ooh, an 86 got a membership. Welcome.
Yay!
Some of these other ones I don't know, but hey, welcome.
Well, heck, let me,
Um,
can't even
I
see it on
haven't
that.
seen you in chat. Come on into chat. We love to chat. But I wouldn't call any of those something extraordinary where I would say, hey, that's paranormal. I think that we could debunk them given the right circumstances.
Yeah, I don't know any of those. Never mind. Okay, 86 is the only one I recognize too. Had to go over to the other side and see what I was looking at. All right. Okay, that was number 10. Get ready for number 9.
Number
We're
9.
counting them down. Here we go again.
Number 9. So we see a young woman sitting and eating alone in a buffet. Moments after she gets up to get another plate, things start to move and fall off the table. We don't get to see what happens when she returns, but if this were to be a hoax, the participants would have had to have known where the surveillance camera was pointed and somehow attached strings to the objects on the table without catching any suspecting or curious eyes.
You saw the first part, right?
Mm-hmm.
What just moved down at the base?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Attached
It's
strings
hard
to
for me
the
to see the
objects
first
on the
time, that's why I
table
was
without
asking.
catching any suspecting or curious eyes of employees.
Yeah.
Plus, the reactions the people sitting at the other tables give isn't really something you would expect if they were looking at some strange guy sitting pulling strings to pull dishes off a table. You would expect them to look longer out of curiosity, but then again, maybe it's also not the kind of reaction people would give to something falling off a table all on its own.
Not when I'm at a buffet. Hell no. I'm focused on the
Only it'd be
buffet.
difficult?
Exactly.
Probably.
Yeah.
Would it be possible?
But
Yes.
I
Was
got
it
a
a hoax?
question.
That's up for
Huh.
you to decide.
How come she's the only one? Or like, there's 2 people sitting there, and all them tables are empty. But then you look on the other side of the room, and it's full. Why is that?
I can't tell you. Maybe that buffet isn't worth crap, or maybe she's an employee. I don't know. But you can watch her in the actual footage. She actually goes back up here and gets another plate. She actually does.
Yeah, I get it,
Yes,
but there's nobody sitting there.
No, nobody in that whole
not
part right there.
all them
Yeah.
tables,
These
nobody's
people are-
sitting there.
Yeah, these are the closest ones to her. Maybe
Yeah,
she's
way
Well-
on the other side, and they're
Reactions
perfectly
Yep.
in front of a
the other
camera.
tables give isn't really something you would expect if they were looking at some strange
No
guy
earthly
sitting
ghost
pulling
section.
strings to pull dishes off a table.
Good one, Nemo. Good one.
It's
It's
the
the
ghost
ghost section.
section. Thank you for explaining it.
You would
That
expect
caught
them
me
to
off
look
guard.
longer out of curiosity.
And,
Can you mute
the
that?
guys.
Again,
Can
maybe
you
it's
mute it?
also not the kind of
Yeah,
reaction.
hang on a sec. The I'm kind of with the guy though. I mean, wouldn't you expect those people there to be a little bit more responsive if it was somebody
Well,
over there?
if they're not paying attention,
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not paying attention, no, absolutely not.
That one moves that way, then something moves that right there. Then the napkin's going to go flying, and it looked like it got picked up from the backside,
Mm-hmm.
and then this just gets shoved off, and you see it turn. Watch out! It kind of turns right here. Watch it. See how it kind of turned there when it did it?
Okay, so if it were attached to, say, whatever that plate was sitting on, saying if it was sitting on a napkin, a cloth napkin, okay?
Yes.
And it's going to pull that cloth napkin, it's going to turn.
Exactly. Let me slow it down real quick, and we'll play just this part to see. So I want to see if that napkin causes that plate to turn. That plate
Because
sitting underneath.
you can
the
tell by the way it moves. It's not a paper like cover. It is something made of cloth. Because you'll watch it move.
Yeah, see that
See
placemat underneath it is what
yeah,
moved.
the placemat is made of cloth. So if it's being pulled, it is going to, that plate is going to make that turn.
Okay, we're going to tinfoil that one then.
Yeah, I'm going to say that because it is funny how they're right in front of a camera. He even said it himself. And a lot of them will do this. They will hide it in plain sight. They're like, well, why would it be filmed right in front of the camera? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you're trying to put your narrative in it to make us
Yeah.
believe it's something else when it's actually what we're looking at and you're trying to say, you know,
Mickey got it
Mickey
right.
G says it's John Cena. Just can't
Yep.
see him.
So yeah, I'm with
Amen,
you. That
Mickey. We believe that. It is
I
John.
had my own reservations about that one from the get go, but figure
Yeah.
I'd let everybody see it first.
Yeah.
That's
Because
the
like
first
I
time I
said,
actually looked at it close
why
enough
is
to do
this
that.
this one lady right there with all the other people that are packed into that other side? And they are, again, like the narrator said, they're in front of the camera. It's just a perfect spot. And it's the table is down far enough where you wouldn't have to be that far away from a table. You could be
Yeah,
sitting at another table across from them
yeah,
and pull
and
that string.
yeah, and like you said, there was somebody else there because that other plate was right across from her. Unless she's
Right.
gone back for 2 other plates that I don't know about, and she didn't look
Yeah.
that big that she'd be eating that much food.
She's eating for two. Okay. She's eating for
Or
two.
10, or
For
10.
10. But yeah, like I said,
Um,
somebody, it's so far down in that corner that somebody could be sitting fairly close and you'd never see them. So,
all right,
yeah,
so
I
number 8.
Oh,
Number 8. This one almost makes me seasick because it's got somebody taking pictures of a video camera or video monitor. Okay,
Okay.
Number 8. In this one, we see a guy shopping in a convenience store when a small pink object seems to float out from the shelf behind him, while at the same time a yellow object of the same size falls off the shelf onto the ground. As the guy picks it up, the floating pink object falls to the floor as well.
Check this out. This guy here, watch behind his head. Keep watching.
now hold up right there. Did you see what I just saw? Look on the back side of this guy
Yeah.
as he walks over there. Okay,
This guy here, watch behind his head. Keep watching.
did that person go back behind that area back
Look
there?
at the shelf.
Yep.
The weirdest thing.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, what is that?
It's just floating. I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks like a poltergeist or something like that. You know, you know when they hear about things like flying. Oh my god, I don't like that.
And no idea. That one.
Here's another video.
That one seemed too set up to me. What do you think? Oh, she
it's
come
kind
back,
of like there was a person looking to see,
and then he darted back.
so somebody's coming
Yeah.
down that aisle. Now I can pull the prank.
Exactly. So that was the
But
first
let's
part of that.
focus in. Let's focus in on that person because they look awfully like
It just looks like a shadow.
it does.
Yeah.
So can we look at that closer? I mean, at least slower.
I can try. Give me a second.
Watch behind his head. Keep watching.
Dang it. Get over there where you belong.
Check this out. This guy.
Pause that there. Let's go to, I'll go to quarter speed on this one. And we'll mute that.
Yeah, it's just a black figure.
Yeah.
It's just a black figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't see, make out anything about it. So
No.
now, could there be someone down at that end causing a shadow at the end of that because it's supposedly a convenience store?
I don't think
guess.
that's a shadow.
No.
That's too black to be
Yeah.
a shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am but see,
I
there
just
is a
don't know what
light.
this is.
There is a light that goes totally down that aisle. If you look at the top, there's a light that goes down. So they
Mhm.
should be illuminated. You should be able to see
A face.
What
something.
that is. Yeah. Or who that is.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. But why is that thing? I mean, honestly, this is where I get confused because the one thing came off the side right there that he's being in. He turns, but he never even sees that quote unquote pink thing that's supposedly floating right there. And it drops right as he comes up. Now, I don't know. The reason I want to kind of believe this a little bit more is because how are you going to fake that on one camera of a system like that?
I don't know. But if you can see down at the end of that aisle there, you can
Yeah.
clearly see the shelves or whatever's hanging out there.
Mhm.
But that
Yeah.
thing that pops through is just completely black.
Yeah. It's like, here, we'll go back to it where we can get to him.
you should be able to see something.
It looks like he's looking back there at it at first too. But it just disappears right around that corner.
I think we're gonna have to take a closer look at that or find something else
Yeah.
about that, because
That's-
I would love to see that for myself,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that person should have been illuminated a little bit.
You would have thought.
86 says it's a ninja. I'm going with that.
Yeah, I'm good
Ninja.
with that.
Ninja. I'm
Ninja.
going with it.
Hmm.
What do you think, Donnie? Ninja?
I'll go with ninja. I'm all
Okay,
about
yeah.
the ninjas. Yeah.
Yeah,
See it.
I'm good with ninjas.
I'm going to
Absolutely.
leave that one because there's actually 2 other parts of that particular one that are on different people in different stores, all with somebody videoing a freaking monitor. And it drives me insane. I'm sorry. It just drives me insane. So,
Shame. It
We'll
drives
get
me
away from
insane.
insane. All right. Let me see what number 7 is. I'm going to go with
I
number
don't know.
7 here. and take a look at it.
That was another one. I'm like, look at the person in the back.
This is the same way, but at least it's shorter. But anyway,
Okay. All right.
here we go.
All right.
Number 7. Number 7. You gotta hear it. Hear the narrator. Maybe.
Number 7. This innocent employee of what appears to be a party store is minding his own business doing stock work when the merchandise that he throws on the floor begins to slide away on its own. He seems to take notice of the sounds of the sliding objects, but looks in all the wrong directions. When something falls off the shelf in the background, the employee takes off running.
I'm gonna say that's string.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's string.
And honestly, guys, if I just set stuff down there, and you can see the date right there, it is January 17th, I think it was,
Number 7.
of 2014, or January 1, 2014, at 12:01. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. There's no way that somebody physically puts stuff on the floor like that, and then it starts sliding away, and he does not notice it.
You would be able to hear something, even if it's minute. You would be able to hear that.
And you're not
Yeah.
looking over this way. You're not looking behind you and everything. You're looking right back at that because, quite frankly, I'm sorry. I've done stock work. Done warehouse work. I don't know how many times. You set something down, you know it's there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, this
So-
one seems like that guy's like a hoaxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. I
Yeah.
think Donnie's right.
Yeah.
I think that's done by strings and somebody back there.
Okay. I'm glad I feel better about myself now. All right, number 6. Maybe.
Number 6. In this clip, recorded on security cameras in the Brookside Theater in Romford, a chair moves backwards unaided and a table appears to get pulled as orbs of light float across the room. Theater manager Jace Seppel revealed that he decided to look at the CCTV footage when he came in on Sunday and noticed one of the chairs was askew. After checking the CCTV footage, he noticed a chair in the 3rd row appeared to move backwards unaided. He quoted, "I never usually check the CCTV cameras as there's so much on there, we would only ever check it if there was an incident," he said. Roy Roberts, a medium performing at Brookside on Saturday night, believes that the video could indicate a resident ghost at the theater.
Okay. It's a theater, guys. I don't know of a whole lot of old theaters in the United States or anywhere in the world that does not have a resident ghost in it.
Hmm.
Quite frankly.
True. That is very true.
Yeah.
Especially if if it's older.
Yeah, 100%.
And historical. I don't know. This is so grainy.
Yeah, it's bad CCTV. It's bad, hard to see. Could somebody have rigged it? Quite easily. It's too
Yeah.
easy to debunk. It's really too easy to
Right.
debunk.
And the only reason why that this person would go and even look at it is if something were out of place when they came in.
Which is
Yeah.
why he did it, because he comes in and sees it, and he goes
Yeah.
back and looks.
Goes to look at the camera to see what did it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's too grainy to tell. I'm going to leave this to I don't know. I don't know.
I'm with you. Let's see.
Because that again reminds me of spirit activity and not necessarily a poltergeist.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll go to number 5 then. I told you I was going to rapid fire these the best I could here.
Right.
This one made me go.
Number 5. This video is said to have been recorded in a Malaysian hotel. A woman sitting in the hotel dining area appears to be attacked by a ghost. It first moves a few chairs, but when she tries to make a run for the door, it proceeds to throw a table and chairs up against the door and even throws a table in her path, and it looks like she gets hit and knocked out.
Now that's a reaction for you.
This is in Malaysia? Yeah,
Yeah, it's
ghosts
in
in
Malaysia.
Malaysia be doing
Now
stuff like that.
I want to know why the only time that whole thing glitches is when the table and chairs are moving to the door. Out of the whole video, nothing else glitches except for that.
Maybe it was the power of the ghost that caused it to glitch.
Well, my problem was when she started doing this right here and started, maneuvering around and kind of half dancing, really, if you want to talk about it. Then all of a sudden, she just all of a sudden drops knocked out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
Because you can't see if she ran into something. You can't see. I mean, it's just one moment she's standing there, next minute she's down.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's.
And then why is she sitting in there all by herself?
Well, she was on her phone at first. I know that, but like I said, again, that whole bit with the dancing around and this part right here, but only those chairs at that one table are all that gets pulled that way. That's kind of weird a little bit, but
like I said, it glitches right there for some unknown
I don't know
reason where it doesn't glitch before that.
Steph says she cushioned her fall.
Yeah, she did. 100%.
Yeah.
When she's
Let's go to the fall. Let's see.
All right. We'll try and do this at super slow-mo speed here. My cats are trying to get in here with me. Sucks to be you.
Oh, yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Yes, she did.
Sure did.
Good catch. Yes, she did. I'm going to say this. I didn't believe this anyway. The whole thing about her sitting in there by herself and
and her steps are wrong. Look at her steps and stuff out there. Almost, I would have said AI, but I don't think it was. I think it was too early for AI to really be doing this. So, everything about this one is just wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But she definitely cushioned her fall in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
It's the flare flop.
Not quite. She wishes she was that good. But.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4. This one's a little bit more interesting, but I think that.
Number 4. This one is the CCTV recording in a public library after hours. You notice there are 2 things circled, one being a book and the other something hanging from the
red
ceiling.
circles.
Red
The
circles.
book suddenly begins to seemingly levitate on its own before being dropped back down, all while the object in the background hanging from the ceiling seems to begin spinning on its own. Was somebody in the library after hours just to pull a prank? Or is there some kind of entity living in this library simply looking for a good read?
Okay. Ding dong, the witch is dead. I'm going to tell you right now. That is AI all day long.
I'm like, did I not see this in Harry Potter? I'm sorry.
I mean, honestly, yeah, it looks like one of the Howler things, the Howler uh, uh, envelopes. But look.
Right?
I mean, let me mute him because he needs to shut up for a minute. Look at this thing. I mean, the minute it takes off, it begins to look unreal. You know what I mean? It doesn't even look real at that point. I mean, honestly, opens it up, looks in it, drops it. But it doesn't even land like a book would land, you'd think, you know?
Uh,
And, you notice how it stops right there.
Hmm.
And I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. That is 100%. Looking at that right there, I immediately say AI right off the bat. It
well,
just
I
looks
like I said,
wrong.
I've seen that in Harry Potter, I think.
Yeah. So, yeah, that one's one that I did not really go for from the get go. Because if you look at the original footage, it's this one up here, okay, from the four
Right.
pack, and it's supposed to be right here. Well, all those things that they're talking about aren't there at all. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
C1 this says, okay, which is here. Nothing up here, and that book is not there until it gets to that point.
Right.
It's like it completely changed,
Right.
So yeah, no, wrong answer.
No.
Nice
No.
playing with you.
I pass.
Nice. Number 3. This is a little bit longer, but this one was kind of cool for reaction purposes only. Because I'm not going to play number 1. I'll play number 1 and number 2 kind of quickly because I think we've all seen them before. But this one I had not seen. I guess I better turn back on the sound, huh?
Catch footage of his pet's strange behavior. For the good first half of the video, he tries to get his dog to come out from under the bed, then hears a knock from up in the attic and decides to check it out.
Hey, what's the matter, girl? Come here. What's the matter? Are you okay? Come here. Come on up. You okay? What do you hear? What is it?
Oh no.
Yeah, that dog ain't having
No,
it.
no,
That
no,
dog
no,
ain't
no,
having
no,
it.
no, no.
Yeah. You see, the other dog's just kind of standing there with his head down. Cat ain't even having that. That cat's like, nope, nope.
What is that?
Okay, no. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh man, something messed up's about to happen.
I know it.
My attic looks better than that, okay?
What the hell? Jesus Christ.
Now that's something I do. I'd go up there looking just in case I had some kind of pest.
And that's exactly the way we'd have behaved too.
Yep. Yep. Sure enough.
He even ran off and left the camera. He ran off and left his camera sitting there and turned the lights out and got out of that house. That's the only thing I can figure he did.
I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, he acted definitely the way I would react because, again, I'd be thinking a raccoon, something with rabies.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that poor dog there was scared.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That I went nope, because when that dog started backing up, I'm like, oh no 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 no
Yeah,
no.
right back up and see that one. He just sat there head down. He wasn't going to do anything. So I was like, okay, you hear stuff upstairs, go check it out, and he didn't see it or nothing. The minute he gets back down, there's that bam, go back up. What possessed him to set the camera down to go check something out, which is probably what any one of us would have done.
Right. And well, and somebody might ask, why did one dog react and the other one didn't? Well, I had two dum-dums.
Yeah, well, this one I think is reacting in its own way. You notice it's got its head down, not making eye contact at all.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I had two dum-dums, and the cat would react, but the two dum-dums wouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yep. So
yeah.
I cannot say
Awesome.
that this one is not legit. I can't say it's real, but I can't say it's not legit either.
Yeah, and like I said, I would be thinking something that's got rabies. I'd be more scared of that.
Yeah.
And so I would run.
And this is
Because
the
of
part that
that.
got me. This is the part that got me on it because he's honestly up there looking for something now. You could see it in his
I would
demeanor.
go look too. I would look too.
But when that can gets knocked over, he kicking stuff and getting out of dodge. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That dude is done.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not thinking paranormal at that point. I'm thinking something with rabies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not
Hell
gonna
at
lie.
it. Yeah, 100%.
I'd be running.
So so that was one of my favorite ones actually. I know it's a little bit longer, but that was one of my favorites. So
No,
The
I
animals
like
definitely
that
add
one.
legitimacy to that one.
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily call that paranormal. But
well,
I've had to do crap like that, and
well, here's a legitimate poltergeist.
Number 2. Another YouTuber posted the footage of the camera he placed on his kitchen table when he wasn't home. This one needs no description. Just watch and be the judge yourself.
yes,
All I can tell you is somebody's got a mess to clean up now.
that is poltergeist activity right there, 100%.
And could it all be done with wires? I guess.
Could.
Probably with special, practical effects.
Yep. And I thought I saw, I'm going to back this up real quick. Before this one goes, see if you see something kind of float around. Not as much. I thought I saw a glimpse of a line maybe.
But I want to know in the very beginning with I don't know if that's silverware or whatever that just goes flying. Can we back up to that part?
Yeah, right here.
That.
That's the trash. That's the trash on the other side, it looks like.
There you go.
Be the judge yourself.
See?
There.
Knocks it over, and here comes the trash flying. So here's my question: if we're dealing with wires, how did he hook all those wires to that can that went flying? And I don't know if you can do that.
He's got to be a real He's got to be like those guys from MythBusters, like real practical effects experts or something.
Exactly.
I mean, it couldn't be anything less than a professional. You know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
No, not one bit. I mean,
no, those drapes look like
strange.
they're from the 70s, though.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably another England one because judging from right here,
European.
This looks like a European style plug up here. So, and
thank
over
you,
here.
86. We appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you very much.
But
So,
see, this right here, this is whether real or not. This is what we see typically with poltergeist activity. There's no rhyme, no reason to what's happening.
Nope.
It's just explosive energy.
I feel for them because somebody's got to clean all that crap up. Here comes the stuff
Oh
out of
my
the.
God. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
see,
There's no way.
I don't know how you would do that. I don't know how you would do it. I mean, come on.
No.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yikes.
I don't know how you'd ever fake that. I really don't.
Yikes.
Yeah, cool hand, you're right. Europeans usually have a washer and dryer, but there is this right here is probably one of those duals, washer and dryer combos, most
Probably.
likely.
Probably.
But yeah, oh, this was this is why I was number 2. Okay, I know we're running over, but I'm gonna give you number 1 too.
It's all right. We don't have anybody following us tonight.
Good.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I mean, honestly,
That one always gets me. I've seen that one before, but I haven't seen it in a
yeah,
long time. And this one always amazes me because when those plates are flying out, they're actually going in a circular motion,
yeah, like they're being flung.
kind of like a frisbee.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, just
yeah, the whole way around. And when before that, let's see if I can find the one. Get to the point where you're looking and you see these things. That one's all the way over there and hit the other side. Something going that way. I mean, that's insane to me. If I was to have that happening, you can bet your butt I'm getting hold of somebody that knows more about them things than I do.
I would be calling somebody. I would be
Yeah,
calling somebody. I guarantee you. And
It's
ladies and
almost
gentlemen,
too.
I do.
It looks too good to be true, almost.
that's my only issue.
Yeah.
Honestly, it because
But
you can't do it with the wires. So how could you have done it? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Now there is one that I've seen with a guy sitting next to the kitchen. He's like in the little dining room thing next to the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yep.
That's clearly fake. This, on the other hand, the way things are flying,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's not a string.
No.
No.
That's
I don't know how you do that. Honestly, I
it's
really don't.
almost like a catapult. You know what I mean?
It's got to
I-
be. Yeah, it's got to be like a professional practical effects people, or it's the real thing.
Exactly.
It's either like it, yeah, because it's
Yeah.
either a great hoax or that's real, people. Because everything that we've seen that is poltergeist activity is reflected in that video.
And I could understand that being real and understand why somebody would set that camera up because most likely it's happened before and they wanted to document it.
Well, think about this though. Think about this. How many times you hear of a story, someone telling a ghost story, and they talk about, oh, they left, and the next thing you know, they came home and their chairs are stacked in a really weird position and in the dining room, or they're sitting on top of the table, or
Yeah.
whatever. We just seen that happen.
Yeah. Yep. The
Mhm.
chair stacked at the infield poltergeist as well, remember?
Right. Right. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well documented cases, really, honestly.
I want that one
So
to be true, everybody. I want that one to be
yeah,
true. I want that.
I can't see why it wouldn't be yet, honestly.
Yeah,
So
that's gonna have to take some time and definitely a better
okay, so
video.
all all it seems to
More
think
towards the
somebody's off
original.
screen showing stuff, throwing them so the cabinets are fake. So that's once again we're talking about somebody that would have set this up as a hoax and a lot of work went into it for just that little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I
it's
don't know.
doable. I've seen practical effects that have done similar things.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
But once
it's
again, if we're
doable.
talking
Yeah.
about somebody that just somebody's regular old kitchen,
Yeah, but
that's years of
if
setup
that's
for them.
practical effects, that was done by a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But honestly, if you can do that at home, that's not a nice enough home to be living in, because you should be living in a bigger, better home, because you should be getting paid for doing that.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding.
That was
100%.
awesome. Like I said, I want that one to be real. I want it
Yeah,
to be
because
real.
we
That
want to
is
believe that.
absolutely fantastic video. And I'm just gonna just talk myself into it. It's real, everybody. It's real.
Just
I
remember, and
want it to be real.
that's only number 2. You ready for number 1?
I'm ready for
You've
number
seen
one. We
this
got,
one.
yeah.
We've seen
Let's
this
hurry
one
up.
before.
Yeah.
Right.
Number 1. During the early hours of November 1st, 2012, security watching CCTV monitors at an office building in Manchester witnessed a startling series of events in which a ghost seems to wreak havoc in the office. This is the actual footage seen by those security guards as they switched from camera to camera.
That was number 1, and I've seen that probably 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought for sure that it was done with lines on the chairs for sure, and that they worked out something with the monitors to where they all glitched or came up at the same time type thing. And of course, you got the actual uh, sound that came along with it when the monitors glitched. But I noticed this last time looking through it, there's one part where the door was open, looking down the hall, not down the hallway part, but toward the front thing. It was open, file cabinets that had just started, pulling some stuff out or whatever, knocking over. But you look out, you could see a car going down the street through the front window.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'd never noticed that before. So if these guys are seeing this stuff, are they just randomly flipping through part of it, or did they set all this stuff up?
Okay, should I go or Brandy?
Brandy's muted, so.
Oh, Brandy, you're muted.
Sorry,
Oopsie.
I muted that because I was coughing. Anyway, I'm on the fence about that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Seems too set up. You know what I mean?
I think my opinion, 100% it's bullshit. 100%. 100%. That place looks like nobody works there.
Yeah.
There's
You're
no
right.
there's no okay. As someone who works in corporate settings like that,
Yeah.
I can tell you for a fact nobody works there. In fact, that place looks like it was designed by a person who's never worked for corporate America or like any corporation.
Or who is well, that is in England, mind you, but that looks staged.
It's 100% staged. Where are the pictures? Where are the personal effects of all the coworkers?
Yeah.
Where are the empty mugs? Where are
One
the
right
pictures?
here. Yeah, little.
Why
things here and
do
there
all
that
those
they try to-
signs look all creepy and weird? There's not a single there's no shred of any sort of evidence indicating that anyone actually works there at all. You don't
That
even
part
see a
right
piece
there.
of paper on the desk. You don't see loose pens. Like working in a corporate setting like I do, each desk looks different according to the person who works there.
Exactly.
This
Not all the
this
same.
place looks like nobody has ever worked here ever.
Yeah, and
Like,
I don't know
literally ever.
what
Yeah.
it would look like in England versus here, but yeah, I'm with you. There's parts of this that just look too set up to me.
It looks completely set up. Those signs, they're those creepy signs. I want.
On a will.
No
I want.
corporation's going to set up their office decor to look like that.
Yeah, I want.
They're
to
just
be
going to go
prepared.
for the dystopian, creepy vibe. That place was designed by a person who's literally never worked for a corporation before. I
And
see
don't
no
even
shred of
understand
any
that
evidence
one at
of
all.
anyone ever having worked there ever.
No,
Yeah,
doesn't look like.
Yeah.
So I was looking at it where, they have all the computer screens there that light up, right? So I'm looking at that. Only the ones that are closest to the camera look like or resemble somebody ever sat there. The ones in the middle and the stuff that we're looking at, you can't, there's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
Like
No.
you said,
Nothing
no
there,
pins,
yeah.
no cups, no pictures, nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
And I'd heard
Just
rumors
the ones
about
in the
this one
front.
being fake to start with, but nobody's ever been able to tell one way for sure or another, type thing, supposedly. But the way these chairs moved, they look like they're being jerked by cables. So
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ones
this-
in the middle look like nobody's ever sat there ever.
No.
Ever.
This looks like it was beyond a hoax. This looks like it was like a film project.
Could have been.
honestly, it
Yeah.
does. It
Yeah.
does. Especially this part right here. That's
Yeah,
the
see,
one
that-
part that really threw me off more than anything.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm like, oh yeah, okay, fine.
There's no
Yeah.
plants.
No, there's nothing. Even in
Also,
England, you'd have plants.
The other dead giveaway is that if this were a corporation, you would see the corporate logos, like at least a poster or a picture or something.
Not that.
Nothing,
Or
nothing
even
at all.
if it's
yeah.
a classroom of sorts.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily have to be corporate. I mean, this could be a classroom.
But you'll
of
see at
sorts.
least see the name of the institution.
You would see something.
Yeah. All these I want, it's too obvious
I
that
don't know
like
what
no
that
one's
is.
ever worked here.
I don't even know what PPI is.
Yeah.
so.
There's no plants.
No. Honestly, yeah, no. Trying to find that spot where I saw the car.
I don't
That's
even
it
see
right
any
here.
garbage cans.
Watch this right here. Watch out here. That car going by, and then it closes.
Hmm.
So it's on a ground level. So yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'm with you. I'm almost 100% for sure is fake.
Yeah, it's 100% staged. 100. There, no workplace looks like this.
No, not that we
The
know
only
of.
workplace that would look like this is if it was a set.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
this looks like. Honestly,
Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, remember the scene in The Matrix, the first one, when Neo's working at his cubicle, and then like all the agents show up, and then he's on the phone with the Morpheus, and he's like ducking between all the cubicles. That's
Yeah.
what this looks like.
Yeah.
and ain't it funny? Like this one right here, these papers hit that wall, that door right there,
Yeah.
right before they switched over to this one. So you don't
Right.
see where they came from either. So yeah, I'm with you on it. I really honestly believe this not to be true. I think I like the number 2 better than number 1. So
Yeah.
that's personal opinion. So
Well, all right. With that being said,
I'm
everyone.
sorry, I didn't mean to go too
Uh,
long.
That's all right. Well, you know what? I mean, it
How
was pretty
dare
good.
you, Randy? How dare you?
Well, it was
Yeah.
good. You know, that's what happens. But
Yeah.
we do have to say goodnight, everyone.
Yeah, we
And
gotta go to
we'll
bed.
let you think about it. And I don't know.
Danny?
Do you think that this is spirit or poltergeist activity, or do you think it's fake? I don't know.
There's a bunch of it is fake. I agree with that, but
Right.
it's hard to deal with that second one. Anyway, have a nice night, guys.
Good
We'll
night.
see
We'll see
y'all
y'all next week.
next
See you then.
time.
Bye.